Research coming out of Cancer Council Victoria actually shows if you provide shade for young people, when I'm meaning here secondary school age people and young adults, they will use the shade. It's not just about clothing and sunscreen, it's also providing shade is an effective prevention measure for the damaging UV radiation.
One of our viewers wrote in earlier and said that we need permanent structures there available on the beaches.
That's actually spot on. It's really interesting the viewer made that comment. Every time, I'm quite a keen cyclist, so every time I'm riding past a beach, I look and see what measures people are taking, and there's far few umbrellas, there's far few shade tents, and permanent shade structures at our beaches would be very useful, I think, because people will use it if it's available.
What about education too? I mean, and I'm thinking here along the lines of we cut the rates of smoking by showing horrific pictures of what smoking does to you. Do we need kids to be more exposed to just what melanoma does to you?
Look, we know you can change behaviour for health in positive ways using the media and education programs that are now involving social media as well as traditional forms of the media, and then of course there's education in schools. I think we need to do more at the secondary school level, and we need to continue the exposure of the problems of sun and UV exposure for our young people through electronic media and using social media. We all know young people are very high users of social media, and there are real opportunities there to invest.
That's one thing that hasn't changed though in that teenage years, though, the fearlessness of teenagers. And you two would know better than me because my kids are yet to move into that area, but those attitudes of just won't happen to me. Yeah, that's what you have to overcome, right?
There's no doubt that young people are risk takers. We see it in so many ways. But you need to do the research, and the research shows you provide shade, they'll use it. And so that's, I think, should be our #1 strategy at the moment. And of course, backed up by the other slip, slop, slap messages about hats, protective clothing and sunscreen.